quality health care, then you need a qualified sign language interpreter to be employed at the hospital.
Exactly.
Like I was explaining, in our office, we have trained sign language interpreters, and they are out there in the system. And it is very sad to train someone to be used as a resource, and then the person will be there doing nothing. So we are calling the government to offer them employment opportunities as sign language interpreters. We have sign language interpreters. Post them to the hospitals. Once the sign language interpreter there, that person will feel free to go to the hospital.
Well, we'll talk more about that. I'll cross over to Elom for a spot of music, and we'll be right back with my special guest. Stay tuned.
It's the music segment on the Helping Hand TV show.
You are my strength when I am weak. You are the treasure that I seek. You are my all in all. Seeking you as a precious jewel, not to give up, but be a fool. You are my all in all. Jesus, Lamb of God, worthy is your name. Jesus, Lamb of God, worthy is your name. Taking my sin, my cross, my shame, rising again, I bless your name. You are my all in all. When I fall down, you pick me up. When I am dry, you fill my cup. You are my all in all. Jesus, the Lamb of God, worthy is your name. Jesus, Lamb of God, worthy is your name. Jesus, you're the Lamb of God, worthy is your name. Jesus, Lamb of God, worthy is your name. Jesus, you're the Lamb of God, worthy is your name. Jesus, Jesus, Lamb of God, worthy is your name.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show with me, the voice of ability and for persons with disability. This is the special election watch series. What we are doing is to let politicians know, policymakers know what we need from the disability community. This is the election watch series, and we are going to make our voices heard. If they don't hear us, our thumbs will be speaking very, very soon. It's elections. I have the executive director of Ghana National Association of the Deaf, Juventus Durina, with me, and he's helping me dissect the issues. So one of the things I find very intriguing, this is a developing country. We've been speaking about the hospitals when it comes to sign language and all that. I have a lot of people who contact H4P, they contact me from the rural areas. Now, these people are not educated, and some of them are hearing impaired. You can't say they should go to the hospital and use pen and paper so that they can communicate with the doctor. My most important passion is that because a lot of people can't access the hospital, we use the pharmacies. Now, there are no sign language provision in the pharmacies. Somebody would have headache, they'll go to the pharmacy, not the hospital.
You're right. Maybe we cannot say you agree with me that it will be difficult to employ sign language interpreters at all the pharmacy shops. But then for them, we would like to suggest that at least they learn some basic signs. They should know, my head is paining me and all that, some basic signs. But then it will not be possible to say that we have to employ sign language interpreters at all the pharmacy shops. But then if they know the basic, they know some basic sign language, they'll be able to understand deaf people. And also, you're right, some of the deaf people, around 80% of them in Ghana, let me say, are illiterate, and it is a very sad situation. Before someone learns a sign language, you need to go to school because you learn the language there. If about 60% or so haven't been to school, then it's a big challenge. So now we want the government to improve or expand the deaf schools so that many deaf people will go to school. It will mitigate the situation, and some will learn the basic sign language and be able to communicate. It will be wonderful if majority of the people are literate. They get support from their families, which I think it's not the best. Sometimes you need to be independent to go and, to go to hospital for medication. So the first point is that, getting sign language interpreters to all the pharmacy shops will be difficult. But then they should be able to learn basic signs to be able to communicate. And by so doing, you see some sort of seriousness. At least if you see a deaf person come and deaf person come to sign, you'll be able to understand that deaf person. So I would like to play with the government to expand the deaf schools. When a deaf person goes to school, he or she can read and write. You make that deaf person life a bit better than others who haven't been to school. So it helps them to live a decent life.
But Juventus, since we are talking about schooling, now I don't know more than one hearing impaired secondary school in Ghana.
When I started SHS, we have only one senior high school for deaf people, which is at Mampong, Equiapim, which is very sad. And I have to come all the way from Wa to come and attend SHS at Mampong, Equiapim. And it affects a lot of deaf people out there. and they are not able to further their education. Fortunately, now we have a mainstream school at Navrongo. That one is a mainstream. That one we call it mainstream school for the deaf. So maybe we can say that in addition to that, we have 2 senior high schools in Ghana. But look at Ghana. Now we have 16 regions.
Yeah.
We have 16 regions.
Yeah.
And we have only 2 senior high school for deaf people. I don't think it is the best. I don't think so. We wish the government will at least maybe 1 senior high school, maybe in the northern sector, southern sector, middle sector, and then the southern sector, if they can't do anything at all. You see, we need to recognize deaf people in the country. And I wish that government will provide senior high schools for deaf people, especially every center of the region should get a senior high school so we can get access to education. I think we are developing and we have gone far. I still don't understand why we still have to travel all the way from the northern region to come to school in the eastern region. And the reason why I'm saying this is that Mampong's senior high technical, even when you go there, it's very sad thing when you get to even the school.
So overcrowded.
I mean, looking at the landscape itself, it's very poor. Go to other countries and you marvel. And we want the government to do more for deaf people. And we are making an appeal that there should be an additional senior high schools for deaf people.
Obviously, there's a lot to talk about, but this all time would allow us. H4P is going to be 10 years old, and so we introduced this segment we call the H4P Showtime. So we'll go for that. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
H4P, celebrating 10 years of bringing dignity to disability. Hooray! It's H4P Showtime.
Who is this? And how did he get in? Gentlemen. Hey. Gentlemen. Gentlemen. Hey. How can a human being speak like this? Hey, madam, na what that? Hey, na semuji. Can you imagine? He's fast asleep. Hey! Holy Ghost fire! Holy Ghost fire! Blood of Jesus. miss my water now.
Today too? Oh, not again. Hey. Hey. Who is breaking down my house? Who is it? Hey, what's going on here? Hey, Mamiesi. Hey, Shemoshib. I'm even tired of all this. Hey, Abednego. Abednego. Hey. Abianongo Abednego. Abednego. Abe. Hey. Abe. Hey. Hey. I'm sorry, you. Hey, babe, Abe, are you dying or sleeping? Hey, Abe. Hey. Hey, I can't take this one. Oh, hey, can you imagine?
Jesus. Rabna, you are welcome. Should I get you something to quench your thirst?
Hey!
You look very tired.
Hey, Abe, you better wake up and get serious. So wake up. In case you have forgotten, this is my house. So I should be the one offering you water to quench your sleep. Abe. Hey, Abe. So tell me. So were you just sleeping or you were collapsing? Eh?
I was not asleep.
You were not asleep.
I was just meditating. You see, I actually heard you when you called me the very first time. I didn't want to stop the meditation.
Hey, Abe, I didn't just wake you up. I resurrected you. In fact, I brought you back from the dead.
Purchase copies of the H4P Melodrama DVDs today. Contact H4P on +233 209 555 777 or +233 596 313 338. All sales are for the promotion of our disability advocacy. So grab your copies now. It's H4P Showtime. It's 10 years of bringing dignity to disability. H4P Ajiko.
Welcome back. Yeah, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show with me, the voice of ability and for persons with disability. I have Mr. Juventus Durina, the Executive Director of Ghana National Association of the Deaf. We have been talking about what we need from the deaf community in Ghana, especially within this election time, so that politicians will know exactly which areas to focus on. Thank you very much again, sir. Finally, I want to ask you for a peace message. What we are preaching within this election is peace and peace and peace. What would be your peace message to Ghanaians?
Thank you. It is every 4 years that we go to the polls to elect the government.
Yeah.
And our life is very important.
Yeah.
And so we can see that anxieties are very high. Everybody is anxious to win. But then you are coming to rule Ghana. So please, I want everybody to calm down. Don't die just because you want to come and work for someone. If you kill the person, it is not the best. We shouldn't kill someone just because the person does not support our party or not on our side. Now, if we started fighting, what happened? So let us look at Ghana. Let's consider Ghana first. Let's put everything aside and think about Ghana. Let us not do something that will bring about war in our country. This is my message. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is Juventus Durina, the Executive Director of Ghana National Association for the Deaf. He has been my special guest. We've talked about a lot of things from the deaf community, and I'm sure that politicians are listening, policymakers are listening. Thank you so much for tuning in to your favorite show, the Helping Hand TV show. And I want to say a very special thank you to all our contributors, all those who send donations through our mobile money platforms. Thank you so much. Your donations go a long way to keep this program on air and to make us do the things we are doing. I am really grateful. Thank you so much. DV Unlimited Company Limited, Fire City Chapel, thank you so much. You are my proud sponsors. I'm so grateful. And my crew, I can never say enough. Thank you so much for making this possible. Well, you've been with me, the voice of ability on air for persons with disability, special election watch series on the Helping Hand TV show. I'm going to come your way again next week with the same program. Remember, disability is not inability. Thank you so much. God bless you and stay safe.
We need peace. We need peace.